It's been a month since I got back to Sheffield from India, and me and my GoPro have been gathering dust in my parents' back room. But today's my birthday. 2 years ago I was in Warsaw, 1 year ago I was in Bangkok, and now I'm in Matlock. Not quite in Matlock yet, I'm actually in Lumsdale estate. I'm going to do a walk first around here, where apparently we will see lots of old mills and a waterfall. Then we're going to head down into Matlock itself, have a wander around there, get some breakfast and a coffee, and then head to Matlock Bath, the little Switzerland, as it was called by Lord Byron many years ago. So yeah, a little bit of a different vlog this one, but it all looks very nice. So let's have a look. I think we take this public footpath here. Public footpath to Lumsdale Valley. That's the one. There wasn't many options available to me today because the trains are not running, they're on strike. So I've had to rely on buses. So I've took a bus from Sheffield city centre, and it's just dropped me off right at the top of this road which leads into the Lumsdale Valley. As you can see, it's a glorious British summertime day. Well, according to my directions, once I pass these lovely mill cottages, there should be a left turn into the valley. And this is the lower pond. There are 3 ponds, the upper pond, the middle pond and the lower pond. And this one was built in the 1850s to ensure a continuous supply of water power to drive the machinery in the mills that are further down the valley. I'm hoping we will come across some of the remains of these old mills. So what do I do here? It says private land, public access to this site is currently restricted, but the gate's open. So does it mean I can go here? I just can't go up here? Well, this is a welcome sign to the Lumsdale Valley, so I'm presuming that we're okay here. We just can't go over into, into where it's all fenced off. I think this is where I need to be honest. It just says some steps, and this is coming down to the Buckley Brent, I think it's called. Wow. It doesn't tell you which mill this is. My map says one of the first ones I will come to is the sawmill, which was used to grind bone. But there's no information, so I don't know whether this is it or not. This is Richard Arkwright, who invented a roller spinning machine called the water frame, which harnessed the power of water to spin cotton for the first time on an industrial scale in the factories at Cromford, which we may actually go to today. Here we have a brewery, Bentley Brook Brewing Company, brewery, shop and tap room, coffee, tea, snacks, refreshments. Unfortunately, it's closed. Apparently this is going to bring me out into the village of Tansley Knoll. I presume it's just a small village, just a few cottages. There's quite a few mill ponds in here, some private fishing lakes as well. Some remnants of the old industry. Welcome to Tansley Knoll. I need to turn up here, I think. What a view. That's Matlock over there, it's bloody miles away. See the cathedral, it's just started pissing it down. Could do without that. My plan for today is to stay out doing this trail, then go to Matlock, then Matlock Bath, and then head back to Sheffield and go straight to a pub. So I don't really want to be pissed wet through. Well, it's brought me back here where I started. That's it, that's the walk. So it was a short one, it said between 1 and 2 hours, but yeah, certainly nearer 1, probably just under 1 I think. So now I'm going to check out Google Maps and see if I can find an alternative route which will take me down into the actual town of Matlock. Well, the route to Matlock was taking me literally exactly the way that I've just come, or at least half the way. So I'm going to head to the Matlock City Council, which apparently is like in a really old building. I think it was one of Richard Arkwright's first buildings, but look at this. Bloody hell. So I'm going to do that instead, rather than walk the exact same way. I'm going to go and look at a council building. Well, I've just walking through this district to get to the council buildings and come across something called Bailey's Tump. And this was actually used in, well, from 1939 to 1945 as part of the defences of Sheffield and its steel industry. They actually brought down a Dornier bomber on this site while it crashed 10 miles away. The searchlights were pointed upwards to act as navigation and for Allied bombers attacking Germany. I like a little bit of history here, didn't know about this. I've got to watch it because there's bloody dog shit everywhere. Check this out. And right over in the distance there, I'm presuming, is that Ryber Castle? One of the shelters still remains. Wow. This historic site where people were protecting Sheffield and its steelworks, and nowadays people just let their dog go and shit all over it. So if it's you, if you're the person that's letting your dog shit on this site, then you're a Now, just before I reached the council buildings, which is just down this road here, I noticed that there was a fish and chip shop just around the corner, a place called Wellington's Fish and Chips, and it looks like it's been there for years. It's a proper traditional fish and chip shop. And so I decided I wasn't going to have a Greggs for breakfast. I'm going to treat myself some fish and chips. So I've gone for the small. And wow, bloody hell, look at that. £5.90 for that. They look great, to be honest. Let's give these mushy peas a go and a chip. Oh, do you know what? That's going to do me. Look at fish as well. Lovely. So this is the place. It's just on the edge of Matlock. It's not in the centre, but yeah, this is the one to come to, the Wellington. So just going to.
I've upgraded to still chicken.
They were wonderful, then. Thank you very much. They were really nice, really good. Best I've had in Matlock by a long shot.
Oh, that's lovely.
I usually get them down in the, you know, like way down in the main part, like. But I've walked around Lumsdale today, and I still looked on Google Maps and saw it. And like, it's got good reviews, that's tried it, but they were spot on. Really nice. Thank you, man. Take care. Yeah, can't fault that. I think it came to like £5.70, and that was like the small, but it was a massive portion. And bloody hell, that's filled me up a bit. Just off here is where the council building is. I've seen some council buildings around here, but they're all kind of ugly 70s, 80s buildings. But I think there's one around here which is like a really old building. I think. I might be completely wrong about that. Well, looks like this is the building. I'm not sure if this is how you can get into it. There seems to be like some kind of big dome in the middle of it. So it might be the next road down how you actually get in. Oh, this might be as close as I can get to it, to be honest. This is a part of Matlock that I've never really explored before. Mostly people will go down to the Matlock, get the train into Matlock and then walk up to Matlock Bath. It's quite nice, to be honest. So we can actually get up to the county hall a bit closer up. It's certainly a lot nicer than some of the council buildings that I've just been looking at. And this is another council building. You can see this one is obviously 70s or 80s style. And now we're coming into Matlock. This is Matlock town. Straight away we have charity shops, probably see quite a few of them, to be honest. All these kind of little villages, little towns in Derbyshire do tend to be filled with lots of charity shops. We've got Age UK over there, we've got British Red Cross over here. Let's go and have a look at the butchers. Lots of meaty goodness. This is the main town centre then. I'm just going to have a quick walk around here. There's a park over here that I want to go and have a look at, and I think Matlock Town Football Club's around here somewhere as well. So I'm going to have a look at that. Small fish, chips and peas from here, £7. And I've just paid £5.70. And I bet they're nowhere near as good. Breast cancer charity shop on the left, British Heart Foundation on the right. Mind there, we have hospice, clearance shop. Here we have an Indian restaurant with a couple of old battered tuk-tuks outside. Well, it's been a while since I've been in one of these. And just here we have the Proctor Cars Stadium, which is the Matlock Town Football Club official stadium. Wow, check this out. I have no idea what league they play in. It's obviously one of the smaller leagues. They got 3 stands. They got a kind of stand in the Ecobat stand there, the Twig stand over here, which is seating. That'll be where all the VIP seats are, and then the older stand over here. Oh, I'm just going to have a walk around this park here. I think it's called Leys Park or something like that. This park has actually won awards. I can't remember what the name of the award is, but it's an award for outstanding parks, and this one's won it. This one's won it 10 years on the trot, which makes it one of the best parks in the UK, apparently. Nice little cafe here. Full English, £9. Got a nice bandstand in the middle. I think there's a lake around here somewhere as well. Over here it looks like a bowling green. Let's have a walk around the whole thing. Could this day get any more English? We just need cream tea now, don't we? You can see a boat over there. No one on them at the minute. Just as I stopped filming, and a boat appeared. Just up there, that's probably the best shot we're going to get of Reba Castle, which is actually permanently closed, which is a bit strange. I think that's the castle, I'm presuming it is. It's very odd that something like that would be completely closed. I think I actually came close to it the last time I was in this area, maybe 3 years ago, and it was completely fenced off then, so not much has happened to it in the last 3 years. Over here we have the little miniature trains. Pound ago. Doesn't appear to be running at the minute. Here we are, Pictou, 1914 to 1919, in grateful and loving remembrance of our men who gave their lives for honour and freedom. He lives in fame that died in virtue's cause. Then 1939 to 1945, we will remember them. A memorial here to a police constable, Arthur Wright, who lost his life by drowning whilst attempting to save another, 1911. And the train is running. Just over here we have a skate park, we have a little 5-a-side football pitch, we have tennis courts. Over here there looks like there's some lovely garden, we'll take a look at that before we go. And on Wednesdays they have a market here as well. It's a shame we've missed that, that would have been nice. A nice little clock tower there. A little bit of history of Matlock here. Said it was first mentioned in the Domesday Book of 1086 as Meslach, meaning meeting place by the oak tree. And it was little more than a village until John Smedley purchased a small hydro on Matlock Bank. And the Ribah Castle was John Smedley's home, built between 1862 and 1868. It's since been a boys' school, a Second World War food store and a zoo, and it's now been converted into luxury apartments. Bloody hell. Hello.
Are these days really cool in the street books?
Well, that was an interesting place. That's a place called Punny Jukes, and it's in this courtyard. So when you come over from Matlock and you start walking towards Matlock Bath, you come over the bridge and you have the pointing dogs just there, and then just opposite you have this courtyard. It's actually called the courtyard, and that's where you'll find Punny Jukes. It's the first time I've seen that shop, and yeah, it's very cool in there. Right, let's head to Matlock Bath then. There's lots of these interesting little shops selling well, all kinds of things. What we've got in here, it's mainly tools in here. I think we've got a couple of keyboards. Let's see what we've got up here. Wow, this place is huge. Oh, so we have music equipment in here. My memory of this part of Matlock, the part that kind of runs from Matlock into Matlock Bath, is that it was much less touristy, but it seems to have changed a little bit. A lot of antiques places, little quirky shops. Over there we have a jacket potato shop. Potatoes for the people. Spuddies. Matlock Bath is a very popular place with bikers, and I don't know why. I don't know when this started, but as far back as I remember, every time you went to Matlock Bath, it was absolutely filled with bikers. And maybe it's just because there are lots of bars and lots of fish and chip shops, and bikers enjoy a drink and some fish and chips. Maybe it's as simple as that. I don't know. But I've just spotted a few going past. I wasn't really expecting to see them today. I thought they only like kind of turned up on, you know, bank holidays and things like that, but it appears not. We'll see when we get there anyway, if the bikers are in town. We've done Lumsdale, we've done Matlock, so now it's time for Matlock Bath. No kayaking going on today. Sometimes you come and this place is heaving. Just coming into view now, we can see the cable cars, the Heights of Abraham. They take you right up to the top up there, and then you can go and explore a couple of caves. It's worth doing. I'm not doing it today because I've already done it, and it is quite pricey, but it's probably Matlock's #1 tourist attraction, I would have thought. And this is when you know you've reached the start of Matlock Bath proper, the kind of touristy part, because you have the Balti House. It's the first thing you see. In fact, it looks like it's shut down. Oh, maybe not. And you have the Midland on your left, and then this road up here, this is filled with amusement arcades, bars, coffee shops, and yeah, usual fish and chip shops, lots of fish and chip shops. And in fact the Balti House is not closed. I saw, bloody hell, it's huge, didn't realise it was as big as that. So this is the kind of main part, the bit that people always confuse to be the seaside. I've just realised that I've been out all day and I've not had a coffee yet. So literally the first shop after the Bolter is this place called Fig. And yeah, looks very nice. Unfortunately there's a shit ton of wasps. So now I'm going to walk down the kind of touristy part of Matlock Bath. I think starting with a sweet shop. Hull's Sweet Shop. Let's see if we can get some American candy.
Remember last year, the London Palladium.
I was hoping to get some sweethearts, but looks like all they've got is toxic waste. Brandy snacks, traditional.
Down in London,
It's very nice in here.
Palladium.
One in Toffee Comb, they've got all the original traditional sweets, cherry balsams, cops, buttermints. Probably expensive, huh? Nugget, bonfire toffee. Bloody hell. Bubblegum nugget. Hi mate.
Hey, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good now, you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you.
Yeah, all good, all good.
This way, Dad.
Nice little seafood place. This is your typical Matlock Bath shop. Curious inspirations. This is the place to come if you like black t-shirts. Which, being as a lot of bikers come to Matlock Bath, I imagine that black t-shirts are quite high in demand, whether you're into your two-back or your Bob Marley or even your Gremlins. Anything you want as long as it's black. Right, just in here we have the Ladybird Shopping Village. This is where you're getting all the local chutneys. Bracken Hill Yorkshire preserves. We've got honeys here, pickles, olives, all the local things. Ooh, like the framed Bowie picture. More shops selling smelly things, bath salts and all that kind of stuff. Ice cream here, that's closed. Another one that looks like it's closed here. No, that's, well, yeah, it is closed. Ah, this thing here. Oh no, this is an arcade. Let's go in and take a look. The old monkey puzzle tea there outside the Ashdale guest house. Now this is the bridge that takes you over to the Lovers Walk, which I might go and do later on, but I'm going to do all this first. Just coming up on our right hand side is the old aquarium and the original Victorian thermal baths, which is now home to many carp, I do believe. Again, and there's the Matlock Bath petrifying well. People used to think that when you put things in this well that it would turn them to stone, which it doesn't really do. It kind of covers them in minerals. But yeah, what we got in here, the Matlock Bath Aquarium, Victorian baths, yeah, koi carp, mirror, common and koi carp, hologram gallery, petrifying well, gemstone and fossil collection, and also this is a new thing. A unique walkway of mirrored lights. I'd said that at the exact same time as her. It's £5.80 to get in. I've been in before, so I'm not going to do it again. Mini fish chips and peas, £6, that's not bad. But not as nice as what the ones I've just had though. I do believe this is a bar. Yeah, the Rose Cottage. We've got a few fish and chip shops now. We've got the Promenade Fish Bar and Costa's Fish Bar right next door to each other. All the same price. £6 here for mini fish and chips with a choice of peas, beans, curry sauce or gravy. Very popular. You can see a few bikes, not many. Not like it is on a bank holiday Monday, but yeah, traditional Costa's Fish Bar. Not sure Costa's a traditional fish and chip name, but there you go. Another Halls. Let's see if I think this is just going to have the same thing, won't it? So all the biker shops now, all the biker jackets. Wonder what came first, the biker shops or the bikers? Charlie's Fish and Pies. Over here we have the Riverside Fish and Chips. Everything's £6, the mini fish special. Over there we have Dinky Donuts and ice cream and the Fudge Pantry. Look at this, what the hell. Glad to see that this place is still open. I thought it was called Wonky Steps because of these, but that is a sign just warning you about the wonky steps. This is called Equatorial. Fair trade shop. It's been here for years, this place. It's a hippie shop. I couldn't really film in there because they got The Who playing, so the copyright would have kicked in. But really nice, friendly, lovely people. I bought lots of stuff from there in the past when I was a normal person that had a job. This is a decent pub. They have like a live music on, or they used to at least. Over here we have the Peak District Lead Mining Museum. Something else I'm not going to go into. I've been in there before. Oh, in fact, I nearly missed the pond. Let's go and have a look at the pond. Big, exactly. Just come off the main road now, and I'm going to cross the river. Is it the Derwent? I think it's the Derwent, isn't it? And I'm going to get onto the Lovers Walk. Down here we have the Derwent Gardens, Children's Fun Park, rowing boats. I'm not sure whether I've even been down here before. I think this might be somewhere down here is where they have the illuminations, which start in 7 days time. It's August the 31st today as I'm filming, and yeah, it starts next weekend, the 9th. So wow, look at all this. This looks interesting. As you can see, they've put some lights up already, so I guess they're preparing for the start of the illuminations next week. Little fairground going on here. Halls of Derbyshire proudly supporting Matlock Bath. So Halls are quite the name in Matlock. They're the ones who run the sweet shops, and I think they've got a fish and chip shop as well. Yeah, see, even the ride there, Halls of Derbyshire. Now the first sweet shop that I went in, that's Halls, and it's got like awful reviews on Google Maps. It's got loads of reviews and an average rating of like 1.4, mainly because of one particular member of staff who is quite rude apparently. Now I went in there filming, she never said anything to me. But one of the main problems that people mention is that they go in and try and buy an ice cream, and then once she's made them, she then tells them that they don't take card and they have to use the machine, and it charges £1.50. So a lot of people get pissed off at that, as you can imagine. Right, see, we're getting all ready. Hey then, for next week's illuminations, right. Now, I don't know which way to go. Does it make a difference? Lovers Walks, so I guess we're on Lovers Walks now. The Cascades. Do we go left or right? Google Maps doesn't know about this right turn after we cross the bridge. It only goes left or up. Now this will take me further down towards Cromford, which is where I want to be, Cromford. But I don't think there's a crossing. I think this is the last crossing. So I'm not sure. I'm just going to walk this way anyway and see where it takes me. Apparently I can walk all the way down here and there will be a bridge at some point that will take me over near Cromford, which is kind of where I want to be. So I've just asked a woman, she had Maps.me. I should start using Maps.me. It's just, I've already made the commitment to Google and everything is saved on Google. So, but Maps.me does certainly look a lot better. Google doesn't even have this trail that I'm on now. It doesn't exist according to Google. So, back in the woods then. Okay, this is not looking very promising, to be honest. Oh wow, there's a waterfall over there. So where's she just bloody come from? Did she come from there? Is that a path? If it is, I can't be arsed with that. There's no way this way. So maybe Google Maps is better after all, because Google Maps doesn't have this, and probably the reason why is because it doesn't lead anywhere. But she must have come from somewhere. How bizarre. Okay, so presuming she came from here. Well, let's see where it leads us. So, I'm walking up this hill, and then I see something move just to the left of me. I thought, have I dropped something? But I've got nothing to drop. I looked, and it's this. And it is actually my sock. And I checked, and no, I'm still wearing socks. So where's this been hiding on my person for the last bloody 6 hours? I mean, it would be a very big coincidence if it wasn't my sock, because I do have the exact socks as them and they were the last ones I owned. It's definitely my sock. How bizarre. Don't know why this is called Lover's Walk, because it's just uphill, so you just get knackered and sweaty. It's hardly a romantic stroll, bloody hell. Nice views. That's the worst cow impression ever. Well, this walk has just taken me alongside this field with no signs of it dropping or anything, but at least here we can take a look at whereabouts we are. All right, bloody hell, we're only above the whatchamacallit, the old mining museum. Just up there, that's Gulliver's Kingdom, the theme park, amusement park. It was built in 1978 and I don't think they've upgraded it since then. It's not the best. So we're pretty high up, but we're literally, I mean, I came in there where that kind of little mini basketball court thing is. That's where I came in. Just like the people that let their dog shit all over the old historic war site. Again, if this is you, you're a twat. I was torn between either heading to Cromford, which was my original plan, or just going and sitting in a pub and having a beer and waiting for the bus. And I've decided I am going to go to Cromford. It's a 23-minute walk, but I can get the bus from there anyway, and it keeps me out of the pub because it's a bit early to start drinking, considering I'm going to be out till God knows what time. So I'm walking to Cromford, and there's a couple of nice things to look at down there. There's a really cool bookshop from what I remember, and then I'll get the bus from Cromford back to Sheffield for some lovely, lovely craft beer. Well, these are the famous Masson Mills that were established in 1769 by Sir Richard Arkwright. Now, I have mentioned him already today. I'm not sure whether I got his name right. Did I call him Wainwright? Or did I get it right? I don't know. Anyway, that's them things. It looks completely shut down. Well, there are lights on, but yeah, it was always a bit empty, to be honest. It's mainly like kind of outdoor clothes and stuff like that. There are a few like training places. So I came to a couple of training things here when I worked for Derbyshire City Council. Right, what have we done so far? Lumsford, what's it called? Lumscroft, I don't know. Then Matlock, then Matlock Bath, and now finally Cromford. Look at this for a small cafe. The Tour Cafe. Look at the size of that. So here we are at Cromford Mills, which according to Google Maps is closed. But as you can see, it's not. And it is filled with shops selling second-hand stuff, antiques, artist galleries. It's a pretty cool place, to be honest. I like what they've done with all this. It reminds me of a place in, bloody hell, where was it? Can't remember. There you go, how's that for information? But they've done the same thing. Was it Poland? Huge place that they converted into artists' galleries and shops and artisan cafes and all that kind of thing. So this is the actual water-powered cotton spinning frame that was invented by Richard Arkwright in the 18th century. Wow. So I've just been into the, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called already. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just bought myself, this is my little birthday treat to myself, 3 Peak Ales. We've got some, this one looks interesting, coffee, chocolate, spicy blackcurrant and licorice. Quaffable English bitter and a best bitter. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy them. Probably tomorrow, because I'm going to Sheaf now. So I don't think I'll be drinking all them when I get back home. But who knows? Finally made it to Cromford. Got the name of the place then. And it's 5 o'clock, so a lot of the shops will be shutting down. Now, Scarping Books, which is the place I really do want to see, is up there. So I'm going to go and have a look at that. In fact, there's a bar up there called the Boat Inn, and I forgot about that place. Really nice place, that. I totally forgot I'd been there. I remembered this place, the Greyhound, and that's the place where you get the bus from. But I completely forgot about the Boat Inn. So who knows? Maybe I'll have a beer in there. But first I need to go and find Scarping Books, because that will be closing at like 6 o'clock. Let me just make sure that this is the bus stop and that the bus back to Sheffield does actually leave from here. X17, Monday to Friday, 6:03. That gives me just less than an hour. This is the Boat Inn. I completely forgot about this place. I did come in here once and get drunk with a few locals, but I can't remember anything about it. Who they were or... yeah, just... the Boat Inn. Lovely place. Anyway, this bookshop, which is... it's not, I wouldn't say the only reason I've come down here, because it's quite a nice little circular walk around here. It's a nice place. But yeah, I wanted to come and have a look at this place because last time I came here, this place was closed. And this is a very cool shop, this one. Rough winds do shake, sometime too hot. It's like a maze.
Taking everything on the surface, I've got stuff away.
Yeah,
There's another bookshop in, I think, in Buxton, which is also a very cool bookshop. This has got to be one of the best, I think. Hello.
Hiya.
Smells good.
Thank you.
What is it? Is it like a curry or something you got there? Smells some spices. No?
I don't know, it might have been the soup from earlier.
Okay, hello. It's alright.
It's fennel. Fennel soup.
Fennel. All right. Okay, that's probably what it is. What I recognise it. Wow, what a beautiful place. Even got come and have some coffee and sit out here. Look at this. Going up to the third floor now. LGBTQ plus books, loads and loads of books on gender. It's not just second hand, they have a lot of second hand, but most of this stuff is new. It's an incredible bookstore. Music here. Look at that. Is it in tune? Of course it's in tune. This is all sheet music in here. Look at this. Brahms. More Brahms. It's just, the organisation in this place is incredible. I bet whatever book you were looking for in here, if you asked them, they'd know exactly where it was. More sheet music down here. Quite possibly one of the most amazing bookstores I've ever been in. They're the kind of places that I would be gutted if you come back here and it's gone, you know, if it's like COVID's closed it down. I mean, it's been open for at least a couple of centuries, that place. And just unbelievable. What a selection. Public footpath up here. I wonder where that leads. Look at lovely old Cromford. I keep thinking that I'm saying it wrong. Is it Cromford? I think it is, isn't it? Beautiful. And that's it for my day out in Derbyshire. A little bit different to the places that have been on my previous vlogs. And now I'm back in Sheffield. I'm at my favourite pub, the Sheaf View. I plan to get stupidly drunk.